Hey everybody. So welcome to week 10, day number 2. So the first day was a rest day yesterday, so I didn't post a video yesterday. And I thought I'd start and just talk about the structure for week number 10. Now at the end of the week, so which ends on a Monday, which would be the long run, it's going to be a half marathon time trial type of a workout. Of course, I'm still not running because of injury, but I'm going to do it on my stationary bike here in my living room. But I bring that up because for week 10, it's going to be a mini taper. So it's going to be a bit less intense. We're still going to be doing all of the same things we've been doing up through week 9. It's just going to be a little less intense, So today's workout is going to be doing some interval work. But it's not as strenuous of a workout as what we've had in the past. So let's just take a look at it. Okay, so for today, I'm going to just read this off my tablet. I'm going to warm up for 15 minutes. And then I'm going to go at a hard pace for 3 minutes with 90 seconds to recover. And I'm going to repeat that 5 times. And then I'll have 10 minutes to cool down. So all in all, you're looking at 30, 40, maybe 50 minutes, 50 total minutes of the workout, but only 15 of those 50 minutes would be at the 10K pace. So again, a lot less intense, but still going to be doing the same types of workouts that we've been doing in the past, just not for as long. The interval just isn't going to be as long. So that's what's on tap for today. So that's what's going to kick off this week 10 for workouts. All right, so let's just talk about the coffee of the day. That's one of my fun things to do here on the channel. If you happen to be brand new here, the reason I started the coffee of the day is I wouldn't say it's on accident, but I picked up a advent calendar that is of Keurig, different types of coffee, tea, hot cocoa, that kind of stuff. So each day I just open a new one and see what we have. And today it's going to be cinnamon sugar cookie. So I've never had this flavor. I'm not exactly sure if it's traditional coffee that's going to be flavored that way, or if it's going to be more of an instant coffee with flavoring. So we're going to find that out together. It's pretty easy to tell when it starts to brew out of the Keurig which of those that it is, just by the look of the coffee that's coming out of the Keurig. So we'll take a look at that here in a little bit and see how cinnamon sugar cookie is going to taste today. Not a bad day to have it. Yesterday, oh my gosh, here in Michigan, it was 70 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday, which is crazy, unseasonably warm for us. But the temperature has plummeted. We had quite a storm that moved in last night, so it's a lot cooler today. I think there's a possibility of even some snow showers at some point today. But then it's going to go back up, so we're on a bit of a roller coaster in terms of the weather. But for now, I'm in my living room. Doesn't make much difference to me at this point what it is like outside because I'm going to be doing these workouts today anyway on my indoor cycler. All right, so let's just get into the workout. All right, you guys. We'll talk more here in just a minute. All right, so I'm just getting started with a 15-minute warm-up. Because these intervals and the recovery period in between them are not even numbers. So it's a little more difficult to keep track of, especially when you have 5 of the intervals to do. I made up a little bit of a cheat sheet. I'll try to get a better picture of it for you. But basically, it just tells me when I should be doing the intervals. So the first one will be from 15 minutes to 18, the next one 19:30 to 22:30, and then 24 to 27 and so on. That way I can keep track. I don't have to try to do the math in my head, which if it's even numbers, that's pretty easy to do. But when it's a bit odd numbers like this, I found it sometimes best to take just a couple minutes ahead of time to just write out a little bit of a cheat sheet so I can keep track of it. Boy, that's one of the things I miss about not being able to run for sure, is the workouts go right to my watch. So I don't have to keep track of any of this. My watch will tell me when I need to do what. So that's all right. We adapt. Okay, so I'm just going to get into this 15-minute warm-up, and then I'll check back periodically throughout the workout with you. after I completed probably the first interval, you know, maybe the third and then the fifth, something like that. All right, first one is done, 4 more to go. It took almost 45 seconds to a minute for my heart rate to rise to that 150 level, which is kind of what I was shooting for. So I'll be curious, as I always am at the end, what it's gonna say is my effect on my training. Whether it's gonna say base or tempo or threshold, because I'm only gonna be at threshold for about a third of the time. I don't think that's what it's going to say. It's more likely going to be base or maybe tempo. All right, I gotta get a drink. My 90 seconds is almost done. Okay, just completed the last one. Oh my goodness, this cheat sheet really helped out, especially when I was getting toward, you know, interval 4 or 5, because really easy to lose track of time. And it really held me accountable to start exactly when I was supposed to. And it seems like when I'm doing the math in my head, sometimes I can get, you know, or start a few seconds later than what I'm supposed to. So I think that was a good idea, and I'll continue to do that in the future for these remaining, you know, 6-7 weeks that we have left. Okay, I'm gonna slowly spin my legs out and get this recovery and cool down in, which we've got about 11 minutes of all that left, and then we'll take a look at the numbers. Okay, so in total, I went 50 minutes. I got to the end of the workout, which was like 47.5 minutes, and I kind of like round numbers. I mentioned that in the past, so I just spun my legs out for an extra 1.5 minutes. Total distance was 24.91 kilometers. Average power was 269.4. 79 was the frequency or cadence, and then resistance of 8, as usual. All right, so yeah, I felt like a pretty good workout. One of the things I discovered is it seems to be a little easier. 3 minutes might be just a little short at times for me for an interval pace, because it takes a good 45 seconds to a minute to get my heart rate up into the zone that I want it to be. And then it seems like once it gets there, it's not there very long, and then I'm resting, and then I got to go back up again. So having that quick turnaround time seemed to be a little more difficult to me anyway than if the intervals would have been, say, 4 minutes or 5 minutes long. It just seems like I just get there and then I kind of back off and then I got to get there again. Boy, it just seemed like a little bit more work. I never felt like I ever got into a solid rhythm because of the shortness of the interval. If that makes sense. Anyway, all right, guys, I gotta get cleaned up a little bit here. But then I'm gonna try that. What is it? Cinnamon sugar cookie. You know, it is kind of got it definitely has that holiday sound to it, holiday flavor, and it almost sounds a little bit like a snickerdoodle might taste. And if that's the case, I wouldn't be mad at that because I kind of like those. So, all right, we're gonna find that out here in just a minute. Oh, it's nice to have that workout all washed off of me. Oh, it felt really good. That shower felt really good today. And, you know, as I mentioned earlier, yesterday was 70 degrees, and there were people laying out in the sun yesterday. Right now, it's 27 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's snowing. It's crazy. Okay, perfect day, though, for the coffee of the day, which is the cinnamon and sugar cookie. So I'm going to go get this one going. Boy, it does smell good. Hope it tastes as good as it smells. You know, it's not bad. It does have that little bit of cinnamon flavor to it. Not super strong, not as sweet as I thought it might be, so that works in my favor because I don't like a super sweet coffee anyway, so you know what? I like it. I like it. Yeah, this is definitely one I could drink again in the future. All right, guys, I gotta get to work on this video, so have a safe day. And oh, thanks for making it to the end of the video. You guys, you know, I always appreciate it, and I enjoy making these videos for you guys. So, as always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.